Everybody, Silverstar here again, and well, right now I got around 6 subscribers, and to all of you, I really appreciate it. I like your views, I like your comments so far. I really appreciate it. This video is going to be more like an update for this channel. I am going to be telling you, my viewers, what animes, mangas, and some other things that I am going to be reviewing in this channel, because I am going to be doing these weekly or monthly in some cases. So I want to start with this list that I got here. And first of all, I will start first at the beginning of the week on Mondays. So the first anime that I am going to be reviewing in this channel is going to be Yowamushi no Pedal. This is a This is a sports anime. It's about bikes, about riding bikes competitively. I'm not really sure how to say that in English, but it doesn't matter. I really like this anime. It's season 2 right now. Sorry, actually, I think it's season 3. I really like this anime. It's kind of long. The episodes are really good. Maybe some people may have some problems with the animation, because I get it. It's not for everyone. But regarding the character development, the animation in some cases, and the storytelling, I really like this show. It's pretty good. Now, the other anime that I was reviewing, but sadly it just ended, is Konosuba. Konosuba is easily one of my favorite comedies in the last 2 years. And sadly, the second season for Konosuba ended yesterday, Wednesday. And so I will not be able to review it anymore until season 3 comes up. I know that season 3 has not been yet announced, but considering that it came just a year before the first season appeared just a year ago, I am pretty sure and I am confident that Konosuba is gonna get a season 3, because it has a lot of support. Next, I am going to be reviewing Naruto, maybe. In this case, because we are still in filler, and the last episodes are going to be what covers episode 699, chapter 699 and 700 of the manga, which is Naruto's, well, in this case it's Naruto's and Hinata's wedding, and lastly the time skip when they are already grown up and Naruto is finally Hokage. So yeah, but as you may know, on April, starting the spring season, we are going to start the new Boruto anime, which I am going to be trying to follow as long as it's good, because who knows, really. I'm not sure what they are going to cover. I really hope they are not going to cover again what showed in Boruto the movie. So I really hope they do not follow that same path. Next up is Kusu no Honkai. To be honest, Kusu no Honkai is one of the reasons that I started, or that I wanted to start this channel, because I loved it so much from the first episode that I started reading the manga immediately. That same night I started reading the manga, I got like halfway through in just one night, and I got hooked, badly hooked. So I'm going to be reviewing that one as well. Next up is Aono Exorcist, or Blue Exorcist. Gladly, this season 2 of Blue Exorcist has got a lot better. I really like it, because so far it has been pretty, how would I say it, down to earth, considering what happened at the end of season 1. What happened in season 1 is that for some reason the anime developers started from episode 17 onwards, from season 1, they started messing up with the story, and they made an arc to finish the first season of the anime, and it ended horribly because they didn't follow the manga, and it was just a mess. And so what they did when they started season 2 is basically they said, you know those other 8 or so episodes that you didn't like from season 1? Oh yeah, we screwed those over and just pretend it didn't happen. which I pretty like. I really like that. Now, next is going to be Dragon Ball Super. To be honest, I am not liking Dragon Ball Super that much, but it's still pretty nostalgic because I grew up with Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and in my childhood, and I want to see what happens. But I do like it, but there are some things that I really don't like about the show. It doesn't really matter. It's pretty enjoyable for me still. Next up is One Piece, and this is the last anime that I'm going to be reviewing. I'm not going to go in depth with One Piece because you already know about it, and so far I am liking the later arcs after Dressrosa. The So arc and the now Big Mom's arc is going to be pretty cool as it is in the manga. Now, I'm going to be telling you which mangas I am going to be reviewing. First of all, Fairy Tail, whenever it comes, because sometimes it comes out on Saturdays or Sundays or Mondays. So, to be honest, I don't really care about Fairy Tail. I like it, and I can tell it is enjoyable, but sometimes it can be unwatchable as well. It's the kind of anime that it really doesn't make sense sometimes because the author, Hiro Mashima, I feel like he doesn't really care anymore. So yeah, he has a pretty bad way of doing things. Like he almost never kills characters or he brings them back to life. And there was an interview in which he said, "Oh yeah, it's because my rule is that if they are not confirmed dead, they can always come back. And even sometimes when they are dead, there is some kind of shenanigans or Deus Ex Machina who solves everything." So yeah, it happens pretty often. I don't like that, but it's about to finish, so I'm still going to review it. Next is the One Piece manga. I don't need to explain that. Which is my favorite, by the way. My Hero Academia, probably my second favorite manga right now. It's pretty cool. The storytelling from Horikoshi is awesome. The character development and the character creation is so genius especially because sometimes since all of the characters from Hero Academia, well, many of them, like 80% of them, have quirks. Sometimes you can see many interesting quirks in both sides, either heroes or villains. So it's pretty cool how they can mix up. Also, Shokugeki no Soma, or Food Wars, which I am reviewing today, by the way. And although I know that these last three mangas actually came out yesterday instead of today, which is fine, it doesn't really matter. The video should be coming out today. And okay, so Shokugeki no Soma, it's probably my third favorite right now, except for Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan only comes out once a month, and it's one of my favorite mangas recently because even though it only comes out once a month, it's so freaking awesome. And sometimes the anime, well, the drawing is not so good, but the last episodes or chapters have blown my mind by all the shenanigans that we have been able to discover, because right now it's like we are finding all of these little treats, and it's so freaking awesome. Next, so that's pretty much all I'm going to be reviewing now. I just want to make a few commentaries about these other ones. If I didn't mention one of the animes or mangas that you are reading or watching right now, it's because either I didn't care for them to start watching them or I already dropped them. And I am going to tell you which I already dropped. The first anime that I dropped this season, and the one I hate the most by far of this year, is Handshakers. I don't want to go into this too much, but I freaking hate Handshakers, or as Chiva Review says, Opie Shakers. I agree with that. Opie Shakers is a horrible, horrible anime. It has horrible storytelling. It doesn't make sense at all. It uses a lot of fan service, and the animation is so disturbing. They thought that their animation was going to be like, oh yeah, look at this, I can make all these different animation thingies, but it doesn't help the plot at all. The development of the characters is useless. The characters are bland. really unlikable and so exaggerated in some cases. So I really, really hate handshakers. I saw the first episode and I saw tiny bits of the second episode because I was kind of curious how bad it could get. And yeah, boy, it got bad. It got worse. Next up is Chaos Child. I watched the first episode. I got really bored, to be honest. It's supposed to be like a thriller, but I didn't get thrilled, or I didn't feel any kind of suspense. And yeah, I really didn't get into it, so I didn't even get a second. I didn't give the second episode a chance. Next up, Masamune-kun no Revenge. It's an anime that I really didn't like. I didn't like the characters, I didn't like the style, I didn't like the plot. Well, actually the plot ain't so bad, but what I really didn't like was the characters. I was pretty much thinking all the time, either if this is going to have a happy ending or a messed up ending. It doesn't matter. I still hate the characters. I hate the main character. I hate I don't even remember her name, Aki. Anyways, the bitch, basically. I really hate her attitude, and I was pretty much thinking all the time, I just want to slap her on the face. And by the way, I am not encouraging anyone to be attacking people who are bitchy, okay? It's just my thought. I would never hit someone just because of that. And finally, Fuka, which is an anime that comes out on Fridays. And to be honest, I got spoiled about the ending, and I really didn't like how could I say it? The anime in general. It is extremely predictable. I didn't like the overuse of fan service, because there is a lot of fan service. There is no sense or meaning of why the characters are developing that way. The plot is very convenient. Like these two guys, the main characters, Fuka, and the other guy who I really don't care about because he's super bland, are so uninteresting. You don't know why. You don't know. They even got on a date on the first episode. The scene around the Hachiko thing was so cringy, and yeah, it was pretty lame. And the last thing that got me out of the anime, it was when they already, in episode 3 or 4, when they finally decided to go on with the idea of having a band. I'm not sure if that was a rock band or a pop band or whatever, but they decided that they would be a band, which formed pretty quickly, and everyone was like, oh yeah, if Fuka says she wants to sing or to have a band, yeah, let's just do it, even though we don't have any character development and we don't even know why we're here. Also, the main character, he's supposed to be obsessed with Twitter, but the only thing that helps the plot was at the beginning when he was taking pictures of her panties without even knowing. Basically, that thing only helps him for the plot to get him in trouble. And it was so freaking stupid. We don't even know why he's obsessed with Twitter, and it doesn't really play a thing in the whole story. The other sub-theme or the other subplot with with his other Tama, I believe, the other girl who is already an artist and they are childhood friends, yeah, it really doesn't do anything for the plot. It's really boring, and I don't know, this guy's superpower is pretty much being bland and just a nice guy. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. That's the reason I dropped these anime. And yeah, so subscribers, I really appreciate you. I love you, and I hope to see you very soon on the next episode. Also, my internet is a potato, so it takes me a long time to upload videos, maybe like 2 hours for every video. And since I am doing these episodes both in English and Spanish, I am basically working twice, so it's going to take a long time. And I am sorry if some days I am not able to upload these videos in time for all of you to see. And well, yeah, so have a nice day and see you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.